How many questions were given yesterday? Why did you tear this page?
It came off.
How?
It somehow came off.
And this much work only? How many were there altogether?
Like one, two.
To come here. Come here, come.
Question.
Yeah, come here.
Only two, no?
Yeah. Sangha. Complete.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
What is the handwriting? Where is the diagram?
Diagram is question.
Question this one?
Yes.
And this all?
Yes. Diagram.
All complete everything, eh? Panduranga Demak Sangha. Come here. Sorry? Come here. Diagrammatic not done. Done. Otherwise, is all work completed?
Yes.
What can government do to stop the cyberbullying?
Government should find out bad things. Bad things. Bad things.
One sentence here. Come. Not reading, nothing now. You know better answer this and that, they will get now. Up to which number done? Number
Come
D.
here.
Up to which number done? Number B only. Yeah, D you have to do. How do you get done? No, why that not A? Why number D? Is the diagrammatic okay? Where? Number D is missing. Thus I will say last number. See now? One minute. Done? Number, which number? C only. Number D. So, good afternoon, everybody. So today I think presentation from 4 different groups, right? Individual presentation is there. At first, who is going to present? BIBEKI presentation. Okay. Without wasting time, BIBEKI, please come and present yourself. And just set your mind what she is saying here. Focus, children. This is that you are present. Yes, sir. Course of English is very tough. Very tough. In this class 10 course is nothing in front of them. It is 10% course only, 90% course is there. Remember. So, concentration is very essential and already said, presence of mind. People has reminded. Lunge? Presence of mind. Okay, remember. What is happening inside the class? Sitting with that Purnima and talking. Purnima reminding you. That's why you talk. She doesn't know why you there. Why do you talk? Give one black wood step. Black wood step. And sound must be heard by Bhadra as well. Only also can be your sound, but loudly.
Namaskar everyone, it's me BIBEKI from grade 10. Today I am going to present on the chapter classification of elements.
How? Okay.
Introduction. The classification of elements is a systematic way of organizing the non-chemical elements based on their properties and behaviors. This classification helps scientists understand the relationships between different elements and predict their chemical reaction.
Explain now. Only reading sentence, that's not enough.
Dividing different elements into different groups based on their similarities and dissimilarities, it's called classification of elements. And it also helps scientists to understand the relationships among different elements and their chemical reactions.
Okay.
The periodic table serves as the primary tool for this classification, grouping elements with similar properties together. This arrangement not only highlights the relationship between different elements but also aids in the study of their physical and chemical behaviors. For example, elements in the same group often have similar valence electron configurations, leading to comparable chemical reactivity.
Well, you explain now.
This arrangement highlights the relationships among different elements, uh, and it also serves as the primary tool for classification, grouping elements. In addition to the periodic table, elements can also be categorized into metals, nonmetals, and metalloids, each exhibiting distinct characteristics. This classification is essential for advancing our knowledge in chemistry and its applications in various fields. Elements are categorized uh,
Look at this end.
in metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. This is essential for advancing our knowledge in chemistry and in various other fields. Mendeleev's periodic table, uh, created by Dmitry Mendeleev in 1869, is considered one of the first significant attempts to organize the non-elements based on their atomic masses and chemical properties. Mendeleev arranged the elements in rows and columns where elements with similar properties were placed in the same vertical columns, which we now refer to as groups or families. This arrangement not only highlighted the relationships between different elements but also allowed it for the prediction of undiscovered elements, which was a groundbreaking aspect of his work. Mendeleev's periodic table was created by Dmitry Mendeleev in 1869, and it is also considered as one of the first significant attempts. Mendeleev also arranged the elements in rows and columns, where elements with similar properties were placed in vertical columns, which we refer to as groups or families. This is the periodic table. Features of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev arranged all the known 63 elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. The elements with similar properties came under the same group after a regular interval. The vertical columns of Mendeleev's periodic table are groups. There are 8 groups which were named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and groups 1 to 7 were further divided into subgroups A and B. The groups 8 had a set of 3 elements. There are 7 horizontal rows in Mendeleev's periodic table, which are called periods in order to accommodate more elements, the periods like 4, 5, and 6 were divided into two halves. The first half of the elements were placed in the upper right corner, and the second half of the elements were placed to the lower left corner of each box. Mendeleev left some gaps in his periodic table for the undiscovered elements and predicted the properties of such unknown elements. So these are the features of Mendeleev's periodic table. Merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table helps in the systematic and scientific study of the elements and their compounds. He left gaps for unknown elements and guessed their properties. Scientists later discovered these elements, proving him to be right. He corrected the inaccurate atomic masses of certain elements like beryllium, gold, platinum, etc. during the construction of the periodic table. Thank you.
So your sound should be a little bit louder, okay? For other students, we have to say make lower sound. For you, higher. I think one specially designed mic should be made. Next time I will search in the market specially for you. Then when you produce let sound, wrong, wrong. So reverberation type of mic should be bought. We discuss about the two phenomena of reflection of sound, no? One is echo and reverberation. Echo, the sound is heard, fainter, that is not suitable for you. When you produce, oh, will be like that. I will be like that. Sound must be produced a bit loudly. Master, what I'm writing there? Yeah. Your hands are busy in some other activities? Why are you playing with that ruler? Boy, come and sit in front of Raj. I'm saying just distributing those medicine wala. And they were saying, no, this is not parking. And his member said, okay, if so, just show me the map, past map. If you show, then it's okay. They said, no, no, na, na, ni, 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 ni. Then he went to the office because there are always two copies. One copy will be at office, one person. And he went there, he brought himself and said, PARKING. What is this? Parking. It must be used for parking. Everybody threw it. Afterwards, now see, is there any person who is using parking as other purposes? Many such places were vacant. They made vacant and they used for parking only. That's why remember. Sound should be loud. And you boy, smart boy, right? Smart activity, smart student. Our first topic, first portion is a classification of elements. So, classification. Classification means systematic arrangement of elements in different groups and subgroups. Systematic arrangement of elements in different groups and subgroups according to their similarities and differences. That is called classification of elements. So when we talk about classification of elements, first we have to remember Anthony Lavoisier. What is his name? So Lavoisier, he tried to classify the elements in mainly two groups, metals and non-metals. But later on some other type of elements were found, metalloids. Then his idea became failed. Yes or no? Till those were not invented, discovered, then it was okay. But after discovery, then idea becomes failure. And later on, other persons came. Dobereiner, Prout, or Newman, Lothar Meyer, and finally this Russian Dadival, Dmitry Mendeleev. In 1869, till that time there were 63 elements, none, only 63. No artificial elements, none. invented, natural discovered were altogether 63, and he made table. What did he make? He made table and placed them, and he named the table as periodic table. Periodic table. What does periodic table contain? Periodic table contains vertical columns and horizontal rows. So what are these? So this is row. What is this? Column. Yeah. And he placed elements with some reason before placing those. Actually, he made one table and he named the table as periodic table. What's the name? Periodic. Periodic. Periodic table. That's why Mendeleev is also called father of periodic table. You are the first person to design it. After designing it, he placed the elements according to one law. What is the one? What is that law? Mendeleev's periodic law. I think Mendeleev. What is there? No V? No E? Mendeleev's periodic law. He gave one law, accordingly he placed the elements. What does Mendeleev's periodic law state? It states that, what does it state? Check there. Did you get that one? To find out in the book and underline. The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses. What does it say? If elements are arranged according to atomic mass, increasing atomic mass, at some interval, elements with similar physical property and chemical property will be repeated. So, at first, elements with less atomic mass is kept here. Then more, and then next. But how many? Okay, this row is called period. What is it called? And this is called group. How many groups were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups were there. 7 periods, right? This period table was simple one, but nowadays which period table we use, it is a bit complicated. It is designed by Niels Bohr. Bury is there, right? Yeah. But modern periodic law was given by Henry Moseley. Who gave that one? Henry Moseley. According to his law, the elements were kept, but the design was maintained by Bohr. Who made it? Bohr. That is long form of periodic table is there. So Mendeleev gave periodic table law in 1869. When? 1869, and he classified the elements systematically. And after his technique, everybody became satisfied and he started placing the elements. But science is that thing where there are many more negative things. Exceptional cases are there, right? We know metals are in solid form, but some metals are liquid form. Non-metals are bad conductor, but some non-metals are good conductors. Exceptional cases are there. Actually, chemistry is more confusing. That's why our chemistry must match. If our chemistry matches, they'll garden, otherwise Panavati. Panavati, I remember. I don't know why they say Panavati. What is there? What's the reason? Oh, Panavati means bad luck. But one place is there called Panavati. And these people, they are imitating like that South Indian people. Once a dung and oh five car they go out. What is this? I am confused. And we like ta 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 ta. The dot for a sound come like this. They are making so awa awa. That's why they are happy type of people, right? Whatever it is, no when you hear here, then the car and bus will go there like that. Now what happened? Now see, it's not going because of BIBEKI. Okay, so how many elements are known till now? 118. So it's very difficult to study all elements at once together. That's why according to their similar characteristics, they are placed in one table. That table is periodic table. Who designed that periodic table for the first time? The Dmitry Mendeleev. And before placing the elements in that table, he gave one law. What is the name of that law? Mendeleev's periodic law. What does Mendeleev's periodic law state? The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses or atomic number also. Let's observe here. Mendeleev's periodic. Okay, this is the periodic table. It is Mendeleev's periodic table. Is this Mendeleev's periodic table? No, this is modern periodic table. Mendeleev's not like this. So Mendeleev, where is he? Periodic table is here. Here I saw here, but this is Mendeleev's periodic table. See here, it is so simpler one, isn't it? The simpler one is here, but it contains some gaps also. Here are some gaps. Like see, here are two elements at once. Complicated, no? But in modern, there is only one element in one box. So where is Mendeleev's periodic law?
Yes, sir. After this. So the physical quantity.
Yeah, I see here. Please check. The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses. So you must remember Mendeleev's periodic law, modern periodic law. So there is only one difference between Mendeleev's periodic law and modern periodic law. What is that? We'll discuss later. So let me tell you right now. In case of Mendeleev's periodic law, it states the physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses, but in it there is atomic number. See? Number. But 2 MCQ you couldn't solve, whatever question. 2 MCQ. 0 out of 2. What a shame on you. I was sitting there and they asked a question of science. DNA also gone, mono also gone. Billa again. Ye bille. Tokle bille. What is it? Features of Mendeleev's periodic table. How many features are there? 3 features. What is the first feature? They are arranged according to increasing masses. What is the first one? They are arranged according to increasing masses. Number second, there are 8 groups and 7 periods. How many groups? 8 groups and 7 periods. So groups need to get here. 1, 2, 1, I, V, B, V, I, V, I, V, I. These are groups. And periods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There must be 7. And he forgot or what? There must be 6 or 7, okay. Now merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. What are the merits? Advantages. Actually, there were some gaps there were some gaps, thinking that some elements were undiscovered, and it inspired other scientists to discover that. If we didn't leave any gap, then they might have thought no thing is there. But he was also very champion one, very talented one. So he left some gaps because some of them were having some gap of atomic mass. No? Atomic mass, especially, it is expressed in AMU, atomic mass unit. So atomic mass unit or atomic mass means the total sum of number of protons plus number of neutrons. Okay, like the mass of hydrogen is 1 AMU, helium is 4 AMU because 2 proton, 2 neutron. 4. Lithium is how many? 2 plus 3. Oh, 3 plus 4, 7. Lithium. Beryllium, 4 plus 5, 9. What an idea is there, right? Please remember, whatever you have read, you must set in mind. And merits, how many merits are there? Merits there are given altogether. And demerits, did she explain demerits? No. Today she didn't. So only up to merits you have done, right? So okay, please everybody take out your book, read and make notes. Next we will discuss tomorrow. Okay.